School life at Pudsey Grangefield is great. So much effort just goes into everything.
It's a really nice atmosphere just to chill out, but then when we do work, we push hard.
With the students, there's sort of like a buzz and a sense of community.
It's a really welcoming school and everybody's like really happy all the time.
My favourite part of this school is probably like seeing all the teachers.
I felt nervous on my first day, but I made a lot of friends quite quickly and the teachers were really nice and helpful.
I've always had the help I've needed, like with classwork or sometimes like with personal matters. You don't even have to ask for it, the help is always just there.
If you want any advice about anything, they're so approachable that you can just go and immediately you've got the help you needed.
School life is exciting because there's lots of experiences that you have, like there's lots of different clubs after school.
The lesson I enjoyed the most must be Mandarin Chinese. It's really fun, it can be a bit challenging, but it's an amazing experience.
My favourite subject this year will have to be history. The topics that we cover, which are Nazi Germany and the Tudors, I've got a real interest with, so it sort of caught my eye straight away.
My favourite memory at Grangefield, that's a tough one, they've all been so great.
One of the memories I really enjoyed was an interview process that school put together, and they got employers in and they asked us questions.
A special memory is when I went to Bushcraft Residential and I spent time with all my friends and teachers.
My experience here is very good. I like coming to school every day.
I love it here, it's the best school I've been to.
They want you to do well, like it's more than just making numbers look good, it's more you being a better person.
Hello and a very warm virtual welcome from Pudsey Grangefield School. My name's Mark McKelvey and I'm the principal. We're hoping that the information that we give you will provide you with a flavour of the fantastic education that we offer our students. I'm going to go through a presentation that I would normally give to you all in the main hall during a normal year, as it's going to highlight many of the key points regarding our school and what we can offer your child should you choose to send them here. We're one of the most rapidly improving schools in England and our exam results are now at an outstanding level. However, our school is about much more than simply providing students with an exceptional set of exam results. The world, as we know, is an ever-changing place, and we want to ensure that when our students leave, they're fully equipped with good values and judgment, along with an ability to think for themselves, which will stand them in good stead for the rest of their lives. Our school has a long and proud history in the town. It was established in 1905 and the first building opened in 1911. The new building opened in 2010. But what makes our school so special? Well, it's got state-of-the-art facilities, but on top of that we also have excellent staff, and as a result of that they provide inspirational teaching and support for the students. Combined with that we have a solid ethos and a great set of values, and basically that results in students who feel supported, safe and happy, and that's the key to them learning well and succeeding in life. We are the only school in the west of Leeds which isn't an academy, and that means that we don't have an additional and highly expensive layer of leadership. It's just me, my leadership team and our unpaid governors who run the school. And this means that in this era of tight school budgets, we use all of our funding where it matters, in the students' education. We're also the only school in the west of Leeds which has a good school-based sixth form of over 240 students and growing. And we're the most rapidly improving school in the city. We have plans to become a centre of excellence by 2023. I wanted to highlight a message from Amanda Spielman, who's the head of Ofsted, and this was received in January 2017, which is a few years ago now, but I think it's important because it will let you see the sort of school that we are. She said, "Your vision and ambition are at the heart of the school's drive for improvement. Since the last inspection, you've improved all aspects of the school's work, and I know that you and your team will be continuing your good work." And that was very true, because as a result of the improvements that we made and the changes that we made to the school, in April 2019, Ofsted visited us and we were judged to be good in all categories. I wanted to just briefly mention some of the notable quotes from the Ofsted report. Firstly, they said the principal sets very high standards, and that's absolutely true. I've got very high expectations of everybody within the school, both staff and students. Pupils are polite and welcoming to visitors. They're clearly proud of their school and the way it has improved. There is a calm and purposeful atmosphere about the school, and that is very true. It's unfortunate that we haven't managed to do the open evening in person because of the COVID restrictions, because you would see that for yourself. Everybody who visits our school comments on how calm it is. Behaviour in lessons is good. People settle quickly and show positive attitudes to their learning. My belief is that behaviour is the bedrock of everything that schools do. When students are focused and they have a calm and purposeful atmosphere both in classrooms and around the school, they can learn and they can thrive. Progress made by the pupils has accelerated considerably in the last 2 years. That was true when this was written in 2019 in April, but we followed that 2 months later with our best ever exam results in the summer of 2019. And the results of 2020 have shown that our results have improved even further than that. So our exam results are rapidly improving and are now at the level which would be judged outstanding. Some more notable quotes: pupils have positive attitudes, they wear their uniform with pride and treat the building with respect. That's very true. Our building is 10 years old, but you wouldn't think that to walk round it. It looks as if it just opened last week. Students know how to keep themselves safe and feel well supported by staff. Key Stage 3 pupils made equally strong progress as Key Stage 4. And I think that's an important aspect because there's been a lot has been written recently about Key Stage 3 pupils treading water when they come up from primary school in secondary schools. And we very much view it as Key Stage 3 is extremely important. We know how hard students work at primary school, and we want to build on that and build on that momentum so that when they do hit Key Stage 4 and they're getting into their exam years, they're fully prepared. Staff morale is high. Staff at all levels have embraced the changes and are proud to be part of a successful school. My view is that you can only have a successful school if staff feel that pride in the organisation and they feel that level of commitment, and we have that in our staff. They're an absolutely fantastic group of people to work beside. Just to elaborate on that, our staff are high calibre, as I've said before, both in the teaching aspects and also our support staff too. We're dedicated to supporting and inspiring our young people, and we've got high expectations for every student in the school. I mentioned the values that we have, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about those. So the first value we have is respect. And we very much view this as mutual respect, and we think that's really important. We model the behaviour to the students that we would expect them to, the sort of behaviour we would expect them to demonstrate. So you won't see any members of staff shouting at students. You know, we will talk to them in a very calm and purposeful way. And we try and instill the concept of mutual respect because we think that's really important. Our second value is resilience, and we think that's important obviously for, you know, when you're preparing for exam results and everything else, but to be honest with you, resilience is a lifelong characteristic that we want to develop in our students, because as we know, the world can be challenging at times, and you know, sometimes life can throw very difficult things at us, and resilience is the key factor which will see us all through. So we spend quite a bit of time making sure that our students are resilient. Integrity as well. We emphasise the importance of doing the right thing, and that's a key value for our school. Compassion as well, that is something that we instill in our students. Our fundraising activities over the last 5 years have led to over £25,000 being donated to charity, which is quite an achievement for a secondary school. We're ambitious for our students. We've mentioned exam results, but they aren't the be-all and end-all. We want our students to leave with fantastic exam results, but we want them to make sure that they are well-developed and well-rounded individuals so that they can face life and succeed. We always ensure that there's a smooth transition. We have fantastic links with all our local primary schools. Under normal circumstances, we have 2 transition days. We didn't manage to do that this year because of the COVID restrictions. So what we did was we allowed all of the Year 7s to have a single transition day before any of the other students came into the school. So they had the school to themselves and they got themselves familiar with it very quickly. We have a primary school teacher who has been appointed as our literacy specialist, and that obviously helps bridge the gaps if any students are struggling with their literacy when they come to secondary school. It's an important factor to get ironed out so that they can take full advantage of the teaching and learning. We do a phased start, and that basically means that once the children start at the school, once the Year 7 start at the school, they have the school to themselves, certainly for about a day and a half usually, and then the other students begin, and that allows them just to settle in. We also have an extended lunch just so that the students get a feel for the canteen and they get used to it on their own. Obviously, with the COVID restrictions, we now have staggered lunches, and the students still have the canteen to themselves, but it's in a slightly different format. Our curriculum is being completely redesigned, and the reason why we're doing that is that we want to take the students well beyond the national curriculum, which is what every school in the country is required to teach. The reason for that is the national curriculum started in 2013, but it was probably written round about 2010, 2011, and if you think back 10 years, the world is a very, very different place now. So we want to go well beyond what the national curriculum requires. And what we want to do as well is we want to allow all of our students to experience the full range of subjects up to Year 9. And it's a wider range than most other schools can provide. For example, most students, when they're choosing their GCSE subjects, will not have experienced business studies in Year 7, 8 and 9, or photography in Year 7, 8 and 9. Whereas every single GCSE subject that we offer to our students, including business studies and photography, is being timetabled for them so that they can make an informed decision. We want to give our students experiences that will fire their imagination. And this is just some of the some of the examples that we've of trips that we've had in the past. So we've had trips to Paris, battlefield trips, trips down to London, and places like Stratford-upon-Avon. And obviously, current restrictions are limiting any kind of travel, but COVID will eventually disappear, and these experiences will be back on the agenda and back on the curriculum for our students. I also wanted to highlight the Mandarin Excellence Programme. As a school, we offer 3 languages. We offer Spanish, we offer French, and there's a fantastic opportunity for primary school students to participate in the Mandarin Excellence Programme. And this is led by University College London and the UK's Department for Education. Now, we are one of only 100 schools out of 4,000 nationally that have been selected to run this course. It started in September 2019 with 20 lucky Year 7 students. We have appointed a permanent Mandarin Chinese teacher in the school, and the selection for this course involves a recommendation from the primary school. So we contact all of our feeder primary schools to find out if they think they have students who would be interested and suitable. The demand for it, as you can imagine, is very high. And we contact the parents before the start of the course. And those students are then taught Mandarin Chinese. There were plans pre-COVID for a trip to China, but obviously with COVID, then that has all had to be put on pause. I should point out that the Mandarin Excellence Programme hasn't been put on pause and very much is pushing ahead and is a key part of the languages that we offer as a school. I'd like to now talk about our sixth form. Our sixth form is a fascinating place because, as I said, it's a school-based sixth form and it's small enough for us to know our students individually. Many of the 2 larger colleges in the city have over 2,000 students, and we think that there is a place for students to continue their education in a school-based environment before they decide what they're going to do. It's a big step to move from a school to a college, and we think that the quality of teaching that we offer at GCSE then allows the same teachers to teach fantastic A-level courses and allows our students to make progress onto some of the best universities in the country. Although our sixth form is small, it's rapidly growing, and I'll show you a graph of that in a second. But we're large enough to offer a full range of post-16 courses, and you can find out more details about that if you are interested on our website. All of our students leave for employment, college, apprenticeships or university, and we've got excellent connections with local, national and international employers. and I'd like to talk about that briefly. This is an indication of how rapidly our sixth form is growing at a time when many other schools are having to close their sixth form because the numbers are dropping. As you can see, since 2017 we had 156 students, we now have 240 students. And this is fantastic to see. It's great to see that our students are coming back to the sixth form and are thriving, and we've got plans to expand that further. I wanted to give you a feel for some of the employers that our students have left to work for, and you can see that from the slide. There's local employers as well as multinational companies that our students have gone on to work for. In addition to this, we have a fantastic record of sending students to some of the best universities in the world, and you can see the range here from local universities to universities further afield. But we make sure that we give students fantastic careers advice which allows them to make progress onto the next part of their lives. I also want to mention extracurricular opportunities. We have a fantastic range of extracurricular opportunities. We're going to develop that even further in 2021 when we introduce a house system, which is going to be extremely exciting for everybody involved, both the staff and the students. But we'll be able to provide you with more details of that because we are developing that as we speak. In terms of Year 7, we run a bushcraft residential trip, usually at the end of Year 7 in June, and you can see the fantastic faces of the Year 7s who were extremely excited to go last year. I also wanted to talk very briefly about the kind of support that we offer our students. Students will be given a form tutor, and basically form time lasts 20 minutes each day, and it gives them the opportunity to see a single teacher every single day. So if they need to talk to somebody, they can talk to their form tutor, and similarly it allows our staff to just check out how the students are doing, and if somebody maybe is looking as if they're struggling a wee bit, the form tutor will step in and have a chat to them and sort things out. So that's the role of the form tutor. We also have a year leader who is in charge of the pastoral support for the whole year group, and the year leader will step in to sort problems which maybe the form tutor wouldn't have either the time to deal with, because all of our form tutors are actually teachers as well, or it may be a complex problem that requires the year leader to step in. We also have a director of studies for each year group, and the Directors of Studies role is to look at the academic performance of the students and to help them ensure that they succeed. We also have learning mentors, and we have an attendance officer too, because obviously attendance is extremely important, and we work very closely with families to ensure that the students attend school and get the most out of it. We have a very good partnership with our parents. We have a student planner. We also have a weekly online bulletin with a message from me and various other staff across the school. We have a system called class charts, which I'm going to talk to you about in the next slide because it really underpins a lot of the work that we do. We have parents' evenings, regular online reports. We have text messages with links to important letters. We have obviously the school website and Twitter and Facebook. And we have information evenings as well. So for Year 7 parents in particular, we have a series of information evenings which informs you about online safety and about some of the various things that you can do to support your child as they progress through the school in Year 7. I wanted to just mention class charts briefly. This is an absolutely fantastic system which allows us to communicate directly with parents. Class charts is an online system, and you download the app to your phone, and it allows you to see any homework that your child has. It allows you to see any positive merits that they get, and also if there's hopefully not many, but if there are any negatives as well. So we use that as a key communication tool, and it allows you to support your child. And one of the biggest things I suppose in secondary school is supporting the child to become organised, because they are meeting lots of different teachers who will be setting them homework. it can sometimes be a bit tricky for some of the students to get themselves organised, and this is where class charts can really help. It allows you to get involved and to stay involved in supporting your child, whether that's just checking that they've got homework or, supporting them as they're doing it. I finally wanted to mention our trust, because we have a charitable trust which is linked to the school, and we have excellent partners. We have the University of Warwick and HSBC Bank, obviously a multinational bank. We have Marks and Spencer's. We're really proud to have Marks and Spencer's as a trust partner, obviously established in Leeds many years ago. And we have a PRE as well, and a PRE is one of the largest apprenticeship providers in the country, with links to lots of different engineering and construction and scientific employers. We use our trust partners for quite a unique opportunity. We realised that it's important to get students' exam results, and it's important to develop them. But one of the key things, as we all know as adults, that can be very daunting is an interview. And there isn't a GCSE in interview techniques, so as a result, most schools don't spend much time on that. However, in Year 10, we have a course which we put our Year 10 students through, where we train them in how to be interviewed and the kind of things that you'll need to do. And then what we do is our trust partners bring in lots of their employers who basically will interview our students. So we have a mock interview for about 5-10 minutes where they will interview the student, and then they'll give the student some feedback. So our students have found that really useful, and that's one of the key things that we use our trust partners for. It's a fantastic thing that they do. They give up their time free, and it's to support the school. So that's a little bit of the working of our trust. Our school has been transformed, and it is clear that the standard of education that we provide is exceptional. As a result, we're now one of the most heavily oversubscribed schools in the city. Last year, we received over 300 first choice applications for the 195 places that we have for Year 7 students. I sincerely hope that you will place your trust in our excellent school, and that we will be welcoming your child in September 2021.
It's fantastic that so many of you have registered for our virtual open evening and are considering choosing Putty Grangefield as the school where your child will continue their education. We understand that it's a very important decision and want to make sure you are fully prepared and informed. Putty Grangefield School is a truly inspirational and caring community of learning, where everyone within it is developed and supported to achieve their very best. Our students leave with a great resilience, excellent knowledge, skills and the cultural capital which allows them to lead a happy and fulfilling life. A culture of excellence across the school captivates students and results in them exceeding the high expectations which the school has embedded in previous years. We embed and uphold our school values: respect, integrity, resilience, compassion and ambition in all aspects of life. Our core purpose is to ensure that every one of our students leaves school inspired by the staff and our ethos, fully equipped to realise their ambitions and to make a significant positive contribution to our ever-changing world. All our students have a right to be happy, healthy and fulfilled, both in and out of school, be inspired by all staff to achieve their true potential, receive high-quality teaching, feel safe and be safe, be supported, guided and valued by our school community, learn in a mutually respectful environment, participate in extracurricular activities which are fun and develop self-confidence, and develop their own innovative character and creativity along with their interpersonal and employability skills. Once you have selected Putty Grangefield School and you have your place confirmed, we will start the transition process. This will include collecting information from primary schools to ensure we're fully prepared for when you start with us. You'll be greeted by a very experienced transition team that will work tirelessly to provide you with the very best possible experience. Once you've selected Putty Grangefield School and you have your place confirmed, we will start the transition process. This will include collecting information from primary schools to ensure we are fully prepared for when you start with us. You'll be greeted by a very experienced transition team that will work tirelessly to provide students with the best possible experience. Unfortunately, you've not had the opportunity to visit the school and speak to our staff and students. To help provide you with this experience, we've asked some of our students to recount their transition.
Valley View Community Primary School.
Rainbow Primary School.
Greenside Primary School.
Waterloo Primary School.
Farsley Farfield Primary School.
Swinner Primary School.
I was really nervous about coming here because I didn't know a lot of people here, and I was scared like that I wouldn't fit in as much as I do now.
I felt like really nervous to go up just in case like older kids pushed me and everything, and felt really like that I didn't want to come.
I was a bit nervous because not a lot of my friends were coming up with me.
I felt as though I wouldn't do well at school. I was nervous to make new friends and also moving around school, like being with the older kids as well.
I felt nervous because I didn't know where I was going.
Now that I've been here for a couple of months, I feel like a completely different person. I'm a lot happier with myself and everyone around me. I have a lot more friends than I ever expected I would get.
I feel as though I've gained a lot more than what I originally had back at primary school. They go over it with you and they make sure you really understand it.
There's a lot of people to make friends with and everyone's kind to each other.
I know my way around. I know the people in my year. I have good friends that I've made.
I feel really confident because I have people who I can actually trust and who I can talk to if I'm needed.
Everything's really fun.
I enjoy the lessons that they have because they're really fun and I'm really eager to learn more.
What do you enjoy most about Pudsey Grangefield School?
Too many things. The teachers are really nice and very embracing. The children or the students that come here also help you out with any of your issues, and all the lessons attract you and you want to do everything.
The teachers are very supportive if something's happening and everything, and like if there's an issue you go to someone and we'll sort it out.
They're very engaging and you learn a lot, but at the same time they can be really fun. You can do different activities and stuff.
I think I like the activities like science club and yoga and things like that, the different types of activities you can do. And also I enjoy some of the lessons because they make it fun and engaging.
I enjoy the lessons because it helps me learn and improve my knowledge.
Work hard and don't think that you won't be left behind.
Just be confident and just think that it's just a normal day and just think that it's going to be fun.
It's not as scary as you think it is.
Don't be nervous about coming here because the moment you step in there's going to be a crowd of people that will always help you, will stick by you through thick and thin. All the teachers will help you out if you ever need anything, and everyone here is just they're all good people to be around.
Thank you for watching our virtual open evening. To support this video, we'll send you material including our school prospectus and links to information that will be of interest to you. If you want to find out any more information, please visit the school website.